Testing, testing. Sarah, can you hear us?
I can, Steve. Can you hear me?
Excellent. Great. How are you?
Awesome. We're doing great out here. Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Bloom. I'm a senior watershed planner with the San Francisco Public Utilities Commission, and I'm standing out here on 37th Avenue and Moraga Street along our Sunset Boulevard Greenway project, which is one of our 8 early implementation projects that is building green infrastructure across San Francisco. And for those of you tuning in who have never heard of green infrastructure before, it's a set of sustainable stormwater management tools that are designed to kind of slow down, clean, and route stormwater before it enters our city's sewer system. And one of the most popular types of green infrastructure that you'll see around San Francisco is a rain garden. And that utilizes plants and specially engineered soils to help infiltrate stormwater into the ground on site. And that's actually exactly what you see behind me here is one of those 35 rain gardens that are being built as part of this project. They're going to stretch the entire length of the western median of Sunset Boulevard all the way from Irving Street to Sloat. And this rain garden you see behind me actually works by taking stormwater runoff from the surrounding streets. So the runoff coming off of Sunset Boulevard, 37th, and Moraga, and holds it into a series of cells or smaller sections within the rain garden. You can kind of see some of those behind me. And that allows the water to pond up and slowly infiltrate into the ground. And out here, we're in the Sunset watershed. We have really sandy soils. So most of that stormwater is just going to go straight into the ground. But if we have a really heavy rainstorm, that water is going to pond up and come over those weir structures that you see behind me before leaving the rain garden and then going back into our sewer system. Fun fact about this project is all of those weir structures that you see behind me, those are actually made with recycled granite curbs from the streets all over San Francisco. So as you're walking by and you see them, you often see a lot of old MTA traffic markings on them, which is a really cool way to reuse old materials. And so as Steve said, this project is going to be done by the end of the year. And when it's completed, it's going to remove 5.5 million gallons of stormwater from our sewer system each year. And in addition to removing that stormwater, it's also going to provide increased biodiversity through the plant palette and habitat connection between Golden Gate Park and Lake Merced. The project also features a really cool interactive learning lab, which is just a few blocks down from us here, that will help promote outdoor education and learning in the Sunset neighborhood. And one more thing, if you haven't had a chance yet, when our rainy season is coming up in a couple of months, I know we're all anxiously waiting for it. It's great. It's a great chance to come out and see these green infrastructure projects in action. This project will be completed along with many of our other 8 EIPs. So get out here in the rain and see what it actually looks like. And we have a map of where those projects are on our website at sfwater.org/green infrastructure. So thanks for coming out to see us at Sunset Boulevard. Back to you, Steve.
Thank you, Sarah. Awesome. I'm so glad you mentioned that this is one of our 8 early implementation projects around the city. There's so much work going on. I'm going to put you on the spot. Any thoughts on lessons learned? Like, what are some of the lessons learned out of doing these EIPs?
Wow, we learned so many. I think one of the great things about doing the EIPs is that we did 8 different projects with a bunch of different types of technologies in 8 different areas of the city. So we really got to see, okay, what would we have to learn by doing it anywhere we could possibly do it in San Francisco? So we took all those lessons learned and are now applying those towards our next set of capital projects, which are going to go just as well.
Very good. Excellent. Thank you. And that was exactly the intent, right? They weren't called pilot projects or anything. They were projects that were needed, but we wanted to do them early to learn those lessons. So good to hear that's working so well. Sarah, thank you for being out there. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you again soon.